If your sponsorship proposals keep getting ignored, this might be why. They're either too vague, too messy, or don't hit the points that brands want to hear. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the exact framework to write a winning sponsorship proposal that actually gets you a yes. It's the same one that we've used at Adhesive Media to close over 1,700 sponsorship deals and $18 million of sponsorships for the 150 creators that we represent. Let's cut the fluff. The reason that your sponsorship proposals are getting ignored and rejected is probably because they suck and they don't give the brands the information that they need to make a decision quickly. I've done some buying on behalf of brands, and through that, I've worked with a lot of creators who are pitching me sponsorships and managers who are pitching their creators, and 99% of them are garbage. They don't know how to pitch themselves, and they don't know how to give brands the easy, simple information that a brand needs to give them a yes. And here are most likely your problems. 1, you don't give the brand an actual reason why they're a fit for your channel and why you love their product. Number 2, you take too long to communicate with brands. Emails should be quick. They should not be waiting more than a day for a response from you or from your manager. Number 3, you have no rationale behind your pricing and you're just throwing numbers out of nowhere. If you don't know how to price your channel, check out my last video on how to price your YouTube channel sponsorships. And number 4, you don't give them the information they need, like your audience demos, your past sponsorship history, and your average views on the types of videos that you want to promote them in. So in terms of making your proposal, here's the simple checklist of 6 things you've got to include. Number 1 is you've got to have a reason why you'd like to be partnered with the brand. Maybe you're a user of their product. Maybe you think your audience could benefit. Maybe you've heard of friends and family that could use it that are similar to your audience, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is a 1-sentence description about you and a 1-sentence description about your channel. You want them to know more about your channel so they don't need to search around on YouTube, but also don't make it a whole paragraph. I've seen creators create a whole deck about their channel. It's like, I only need 1 sentence, right? Number 3 is you want to include what are your average views per video? Are there certain videos that tend to pop off? And are you willing to include a view guarantee on the deal? Number 4 is you want audience demo screenshots along with a little description about what your audience looks like and why that would be a fit for the brand. Number 5 is you want to include pricing for 1 integration, 3 integrations, or a dedicated video, or any other types of deliverables that you generally want to offer the brand. And number 6, what a lot of creators forget is you want to have links to past sponsorships you've done with other brands and explain which brands have come back to sponsor you again. That is the number 1 indicator of success in sponsoring your channel. And one thing I want to clarify, the format that you actually present this all to the brand doesn't necessarily matter as much as getting all the information across. This could all be over the course of 2 emails, you send them all this information. You could put this all on a Notion page. You could put this on a very nicely designed deck. You could put it on a Google Sheet. It really doesn't matter. Email usually does the job. Most people operate over email, and frankly, it's easier than going through a whole deck to find the information that they want. All the brands are looking for the same 6 things, and what I'm going to be showing you next is the actual email format. So let's jump over here to my computer, and I'm going to share my screen and show you what the emails would look like. So in this example, I'm going to be pitching my YouTube channel for this mac and cheese company called Goodles. Goodles is a healthy mac and cheese, around 40 grams of protein in the box. I love this product. Pretty healthy, has a bunch of different nutrients in it, and it's an easy lunch. It's like $3 a box, and I just mix it with some ground beef, and it becomes an incredible lunch and an incredible dinner. So highly recommend this. One example, pick a product that you actually want to be sponsored by, okay? So here's an example of what an email would look like to the Goodles team pitching my YouTube channel. Okay, and I'm gonna keep the checklist to the right that we just talked about, and we could check things in. So, hi Goodles team, my name is Brandon Pomerati, and I wanted to reach out to see if Goodles would be open to sponsoring my YouTube channel. Put a link to my YouTube channel here. I have personally been eating Goodles 3 times a week, and I love it because it's delicious. It has a lot of protein and is super affordable. I think a lot of creators and entrepreneurs in my audience would also love this since it could save them time during lunch, and it's also super healthy, tasty, and affordable. If this sounds like a fit, I'd love to send over more details about my channel. Thanks, Brandon. Super simple. So we included a description about me and the channel. We included a reason, and that's it. So they respond, hey Brandon, cool, glad to hear you're a super fan. I'd also love to hear more details about what a sponsor would look like. Also, can you send over your address and we'll send over some free products? Amazing. This is great. So, email 2. Thanks so much for getting back to me. And wow, I love some free products. Here's my address. I gave a fake address here. Here are some additional details on my channel and sponsorship packages. So audience, My audience mainly consists of creators who are looking to land their first few sponsorships or business owners who can relate to my journey. As you'll see in the attached audience demos, which will be attached at the bottom of this email, most of my audience is between 25 to 45 with 67% in the US. Nice. So we got this audience done. Okay. Average views. My general sponsorship related videos garner around 100,000 views per video. My lifestyle related videos, which gurus will be into, generally get around 200,000 views per video. I'd be happy putting a 150K view guarantee since I'm super confident my next lifestyle video will perform well. So as you saw, I made a video about pricing, which I'll link below. If you know a video is gonna be big, if there's a certain type of video that gets big and you want to get a higher price for a sponsorship, you can put in a view guarantee. We got this part in. Pricing. So here's my pricing. One 60-second mid-roll sponsored integration is $5,000. 3 is $4,000 each, so we give them a little bulk discount. And then one dedicated video talking about my lunch routine with the main focal point being Goodles would be $10,000, right? Definitely open to negotiation and flexible if you have another deliverable in mind. I always like to include this here because maybe they'll come back. Instead of just saying no, they'll tell you what their counter offer is, right? So pricing, we got it done. Next is past sponsorships. So these 3 brands recently sponsored my channel and all renewed from multiple spots. See here, Factor 75, which is a meal prep. So you want to do is you want to link it to a past sponsorship. So they can click on this, they can see a past sponsorship. AG1, 5 sponsorships on my channel, and Shopify, 6 sponsorships on my channel. So what they'll probably do is, oh, he got sponsored by a meal prep company and by a supplement company. Our product, which is in a cheap, affordable, fast, protein high meal, is both healthy and it's quick. It hits both the value points of Factor 75 and AG1. And so they might be like, oh, this is a lock. This is like a layup, but for sure we're gonna do this. So hopefully all this info is helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts and hopefully we can work together. So you put that all in here. Now, let's say you haven't done a sponsorship before and you're not able to show past success. What you'll want to show here when it comes to sponsorships, you could say, I am newer to YouTube. This would be my first sponsorship. I want to go above and beyond and really knock it out of the park for this integration. Happy to do a call with your team to share some of my ideas and share what I'm thinking. That's maybe how you get your foot in the door. Maybe how you get your foot in the door is say, hey, I would be willing to do half of the sponsorship integration up front. I'll do the other half if we hit 100 sales or something like that, so that you have a little bit of skin in the game with them. So when you're starting out in the beginning, these are the things that you might want to do so you can lock in some of these brands on longer term deals, right? The main important thing here as a YouTube creator, if YouTube income and sponsored income is a big majority of your income, what you want to do is lock in a few brands for long-term deals. You don't want to be chasing a different brand for every single video. And what that means is you might need to give discounts in the beginning. It might mean that you need to have a little bit of skin in the game and say, hey, if we get this many sales, then I get paid. That's how you can lock in these brands for longer term deals. It shows that you're in with them. It shows that you're confident about your channel. So really, it's that simple. That's all that goes into it. Those are the 6 things that a brand is looking for. Really, they're not looking for much else. If you can go to them and show all that information on an email, you're already ahead of 90% of creators and managers who will just send a lazy email or have a deck with a bunch of fluff information that the brand doesn't need to look at. Now you know how to write a sponsorship proposal. The next thing here, if you want to get in front of brands, if you feel like you need more information about landing your first sponsorship deal, check out my video below, which is the ultimate beginner's guide for landing a sponsorship deal. It's going to be linked down below on screen. And hopefully this video was helpful. If you got a little information out of it, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in the beginning, I'm not selling any books. I'm not selling any courses. And this is something just to get the word out about Ahita Media and what we do. So if you could subscribe, that would mean the world to you. Thank you again for watching this video. We'll be back next week for another video, and good luck on landing that next sponsorship deal.